everyone. How are you all doing? Hope you're enjoying your holiday. Please always make sure you study as you're home. Study very well. All right, today we're looking at still the topic informal letter. We talked about informal letter in a previous class, and we're able to define informal letter as the letter we write to people whom we are familiar with, people whom you have a relationship with, or you're related to the person in one way or the other. Maybe your aunt, your uncle, your siblings, your dad, your mom, your friends. All the letter you write to these people is termed informal letter. The letter you write to these people is termed informal letter. Today we'll be doing 2 exercises on informal letter. We'll be doing it together. I want to see if you actually remembered what we did in our last class. I told you that every informal letter must have just an address. One address written at the top right corner of your book. Alright, for exercise 1, we are asked to write a letter to your friend. Write a letter to your friend telling him or her how the lockdown has been for you. So let's see what you're going to write in this letter. How the lockdown has been for you. Then for exercise 2, we're going to still write a letter to your uncle, telling him your experience with the e-learning in your school. Alright, let's start with exercise 1. First thing first, your address. My address is House 20, Dangaba Close, Herbert Macaulay Avenue, Herbert Macaulay Avenue, we'll say Zone 5. Who says Zone 5? Abuja. Can you see that? Remember I told you your address must be in the block form. Remember? Good. Now, the date. The date. 29th April 2020. Then your full stop. I told you about salutation. Remember you're writing this letter to your friend. What's the name of your friend? The name of my friend is Teddy. So I'll write now, Dear Teddy. Your first paragraph will start after the word dear. Dear Teddy. Can you see that? It's really been a while we've spoken. I guess it's because of the present pandemic in our country. Can you see that? Introduction. Dear Teddy, it's really been a while we've spoken. I guess it's because of the present pandemic in our country. You can continue. I know that God will see us through this present situation, soonest. All right. Now, the next thing you do, the purpose of you writing. Remember, you have to write a letter telling him or her how the lockdown has been for you. Paragraph. Your paragraph must tally with the first paragraph. So let's go now. My aim of writing you this letter is to tell you how this lockdown has been for me. Teddy, it's really not funny because things are just getting worse things are just getting worse each day. And I am beginning to lose it. I can't go to school as I used to. I can't go to school as before. I can't go to church. I can't go to birthday parties. I didn't even celebrate my birthday with friends. The situation has crippled all the fun I used to have. Can you see that? One paragraph, second paragraph, third paragraph. Now I can conclude. Teddy, I hope and pray each day that this condition of ours should end very soon. I will see you after the lockdown. I love you. Now, Yours, I told you about it. Yours sincerely. My name, Sim. Can you see that? You end your letter. So this is how I want you to be writing a letter. You have to be creative. You have to bring to your mind words. Don't be shortened by the words you have to write down in a manner of expressing yourself. With this, you've been able to write a good and perfect informal letter. Alright, we'll be writing the second one. The first one is talking about how the Lord has been for you. And you can see the experience you're telling Teddy. It's really, really not funny at all. Let's look at number 2. Let's see how you write a letter to your uncle, telling him your experience about the e-learning in your school. We talked about the number 1, where we wrote a letter telling your friend how the Lord has been for you. Now for exercise 2, we are asked to write a letter to your uncle, telling him your experience with the e-learning in your school. I left my address because it's still the same thing I would like to write. So I left it this way. Let's go to a salutation now. My uncle's name is Fred. Fred is my uncle's name. All right. Dear Uncle Fred, after your dear, start your paragraph. How are you doing? And how is your family? And how is your family? I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Uncle Fred, remember? Uncle Fred, I was able to speak to Jane yesterday, and she told me that mommy traveled to Dubai. And she told me that mommy traveled to Dubai. My reason of writing this letter to you is to, now the purpose now is to tell you my experience, with the e-learning in my school. Uncle Fred, I must confess that I am enjoying my classes. It has been a wonderful experience. My teachers are the best because they are teaching us very well, as if we are in the class with them. Uncle Fred, I wish Jane can come over and also participate in this e-learning, in this e-learning with me. I know her school has not started theirs yet. Uncle Fred, please try and convince Jane so that we both can enjoy the classes together. I hope to see her tomorrow. Can you see that? Now you end. Yes, lovely. Who is writing again? It's Sim. So you can see how to write an informal letter. Your uncle is someone whom you're familiar with. So when you're talking to your uncle, you know the language you use in discussing with him. So as you can see, your letter must be well arranged. The paragraphs must be well arranged. When anybody is reading a letter, the person gets to understand perfectly what you've written and appreciate it because it is well written. All right. In the next class, we'll be doing something different. Take care of yourself and do your exercises. Thank you.